Hi, everybody. It's Pastor Andrew. It's Friday, June 27th, 2020, and this is just a little video to let y'all know what it's gonna look like when we start in-person worship again here on Sunday the 29th of June. So for the 8 o'clock service, just come in the regular way, the front door, and when you come in, let me flip this around. Hang on just a minute. Things will look a lot the same, to be honest with you, as whatever you are used to. But when we come in, we're going to have hand sanitizer here and hand sanitizer there. Please use it when you come and when you leave. In case you're wondering, this hand sanitizer is alcohol, 70% strength, hydrogen peroxide, water, and a little glycerin. So there's no funky chemicals in it. Just basic stuff that'll get the job done. So as you come in, we're not passive plates, so if you bring an offering, you can put it here in the tithes and offerings box. This looks familiar to people who've been coming in, dropping off their offerings. Then also just pick up a bulletin. For the first few weeks, we're just going to use a bulletin and not projection. Please take it with you. Don't leave it here. Nobody's going to reuse it. So just take it home with you, and we'll have enough for everybody. Now, if you have been collecting your mite boxes, just drop off your mite box here. And if you need a new one, you can get that one right there. Or you can take the old one home and use it too. Also, if you need, the new issues of Portal to Prayer are here. And these are the July-September editions. And also the new Lutheran Women's Layman's League Quarterly is here too. So you can pick those up. And if you need to take some to friends and pass them out, take whatever you can use. So as we come in the sanctuary, you can see it's pretty normal what you expect. The main difference will be where you can sit. We've measured out things so that we can keep a good 6-foot distance between individuals and groups. And you see some of the pews, every other pew has been taped off. So please don't break the tape and sit there, because that's your regular pew. We're going to have to be flexible and go with a new pew. Each pew has some instructions on how many people can sit there. Like here in the back. You can have one person at this end of the pew, one person at that end of the pew. Or maybe, one person at each end of the pew. This pew, no seating here, and you see it's taped off too. Now this pew can have one person in the middle of the pew, and that'll keep them 6 feet from the people in the pew two behind. And no seating in this pew. Now in this pew, you can have 2 people at each end of the pew. That means 2 people here, or 3, maybe 4, however many come in your party, in your group, and you can have 2 down at that end. These pews are 15.5 feet long. So if we have 2 or maybe 3 people on each end, we'll still have 6 feet in the middle. Then no one in this pew, 1 person in the middle of this pew. And what that does is it keeps 6 feet from the people behind them and 6 feet from the people in front of them. So no seating in this pew, 2 on either end of this pew, none in this pew, in the middle of this pew, and so on. Even up to the front pew. I'm not going to be sitting in the front pew, as is my custom. I'm going to be sitting back there behind the altar, like we used to do years ago. And I'll be preaching from the middle here, as we've been accustomed to. This is some of the equipment we use at the 9:30 service to broadcast it out onto Facebook and put it on YouTube. We're not going to use that at 8 o'clock, but we'll set it up pretty quickly for the 9:30 service. That's pretty much the same here on this side. You can see 2 people, none, and so on. There is seating for 7 up in the balcony with the same distancing and taped off stuff and signs, so it should be pretty self-explanatory. Here in the narthex, we can seat 7. We looked at flipping these pews around, but they're not stable. They're not bolted to the ground. They can easily fall over. So you have 2 people here, 2 people there, 1 person back here, and then 2 people over here. And that should give us some good distance. So this is what it looked like when you come. And we'll have pretty much the regular service. It'll probably look more like the old 10:45 service. We'll have a service at 8 o'clock and a service at 9:30. The way we start is not the way we're going to finish up. So we will adapt as we go along. Here, let me flip this around again. Oh, and then as you leave, it's the same thing. The hand sanitizer, pick up the portals of prayer, drop the offering or the mite boxes or whatever you need. And let me flip this around again. There we go. So all in all, it's not going to look that much different than what you're used to. We'll start this way, and as we learn more about this virus and how it's transmitted and how we can fight it and take care of it, we will adapt. This is kind of a season of change, a season of constant assessing and adapting. But we will have God's Word. We will have each other. We will try some singing, just maybe 1 or 2 verses. And yes, we'll have some simple paper masks if you don't have one. As I suggested before, if a face mask doesn't work, maybe a face shield will work for you. I've got some on order. We'll see if they arrive before Sunday, and I'm thinking of giving that a try. So this is just a short video of what you should expect when you come on Sunday, if you're coming. If you're going to be online, which is great, your experience should be pretty much the same at 9:30. We are greatly blessed by God that we have this technology, that we have the means to safely gather. What we all need is some patience and some grace for each other, because none of us has ever been through this before. Take care. Have a good afternoon and a wonderful week.